were you feeling before, and what made you want to go into that change?
Woke up one day, saw myself in the mirror, I was like, no, that's not me anymore. I heard about the carnivore diet, let's try it. First week,
Have you noticed an increase in testosterone levels as well?
much higher.
Ahmed Chaibah,
Serial Entrepreneur of the Year.
CEO of the Year, Emirati Businessman of the Year.
How long did Aquafund take to get to the level where it was kind of making you kick off cash and enough money to be able to buy all the stuff that you've got?
11 years.
I wanted you to say that because people don't understand how long it actually takes.
Okay, so let me clear something out. Okay, so basically I was $1.2 million minus for the first 4 years. So it took me 5 years to go back to zero.
What do you think about Trump launching a crypto coin?
See, he's a master of turning attention to money. Yeah.
If there's one pearl of wisdom, one piece of advice that you could give us all today that will move us all 1% forward in our lives, what would it be?
My motto this year is,
Ahmed, we are back in business. Episode 3, we are cooking.
third time's the charm?
What's that?
Third time's the charm, they say?
Third time is the charm. Mate,
We'll see.
a lot has changed since I last saw you. Mainly the 28 kilos that you've lost since we were last on here.
So far, yeah.
So how have you cooked off 28 kilos? Tell me.
Carnivore, baby.
So what, just eating steak all the time?
Steak, seafood, chicken, eggs, butter, and Celtic salt and water. A whole lot of water.
And how's that sharpened you up as an entrepreneur?
Mental clarity is higher. Stress is way less. It's like a highway between your stomach and your brain. So like what you fuel the engine becomes better. So now you have a much premium fuel for the engine.
Have you noticed it on the balance sheet though, in terms of how much money you're making compared to what you were when you were eating differently?
Performance is there. Again, the whole mood have changed.
Yeah.
So the level of peace is much higher.
Yeah.
Much higher now.
So how were you feeling before, and what made you want to go into that change?
Woke up one day, saw myself in the mirror, I was like, no, that's not me anymore. Let's change it. And then just, what should I do? It's like, I don't like vegetables. I heard about the carnivore diet, let's try it. First week, smooth. I was like, okay, interesting. And I could immediately feel the difference. So I continued from there 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I saw my weight coming down. Okay, did my blood test, checking my blood, everybody's telling me, it's bad for your health, it's this. My bowels was moving, everything's moving. I was like, let me check my blood. I had 300 cholesterol, went down to 190, 140, and then went back again to balancing 190. You know, a healthy man should not have, like, I think a good number is 190 to 250 is a good number. Cholesterol, people would disagree with that, but you know, the baseline, they want to lower your cholesterol level, because the lower cholesterol level, the more sugar is in your body, the more you can have Alzheimer and all these other diseases. So like, fat is good for your brain. The brain eats fat, loves the fat, that's the energy.
Yeah.
Since then, everything's beautiful.
Have you noticed an increase in testosterone levels as well?
Much higher. Libido is like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's something I'm considering going carnivore. Because yeah.
You've lost so much weight too, yeah?
Huh?
You also lost weight.
Yeah, I've lost. I keep trim up. Yeah, I've lost weight. I'm trying to trim up and that.
Yeah.
I'm working hard in the gym, boxing, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just seen so many people do this carnivore diet and just rip up like something crazy.
Oh yeah, you jack up so fast. Like I'm always intermittent fasting, like 12 to 18 hours every day. Like I go to the gym actually before my breakfast. So I go to the gym, do a nice 40-minute full body workout, finish, go home, make me a steak and eggs.
So run me through how you're operating your day now, which is getting more out of you as an entrepreneur. So you're saying you wake up at what time?
9
o'clock, yeah. And then you don't eat till
3.
So you just fully working how many hours that day?
100 hours a week, sometimes. Yeah. I never count. I just do.
So you go to the gym at like say 2 o'clock.
I go 3 times a week, only 40 minutes maximum, full body workout, nothing more than that. Quick in out, come back home, feel nice and beautiful, have some steak and eggs, and good to go.
Yeah, because people won't notice the change that I've seen in you because you're wearing the Kandora, and when you wear the Kandora, it doesn't show the physical condition you're in. But when I saw you on Instagram, and when I saw you, I was like, wow, mate,
what are you taking? Nothing. Meat.
Meat. So what? 2 steaks a day, 3 steaks a day? How many?
I only eat 2 meals a day. That's it.
And do you have to weigh out how much you're eating or nothing like that?
No, I eat when I'm hungry. I'm stopped when I'm full.
And do you snack through the day on anything?
Not hungry at all. Food actually I eat all day. If I'm snacking, maybe I'm gonna have some dates, maybe some yogurt, maybe some eggs, cheese. That's it.
I noticed a lot of change in your skin as well.
Oh, my skin is now flawless.
Yeah. Like you notice that when people do this carnivore diet, you can't unsee it because people they glow. They glow different.
Full of collagen.
Yeah.
Squash again. You drink a lot of water. There's no more processed food. All the shit. My rule is like if there's more than 2 ingredients in the ingredient, I don't eat it.
Right.
That's it. I don't eat anything processed.
So, and are you having caffeine and stuff like that?
No.
So you don't touch the caffeine?
I haven't, anyways.
Right.
I don't drink coffee or anything else, anyways. I don't smoke. I don't drink, anyways.
So you're just having water and meat, and that's it?
Yeah, water, meat, seafood, a lot of seafood, eggs, a lot of eggs, cheese, salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I added dates lately because why not?
And it just, I think it just basically, what you say is it simplifies your life, doesn't it?
Steak from the fridge into my stomach is 12 minutes.
I put a post out on Instagram the other day, and asking people who they want to see on the podcast, and people were like, find out what Ahmed's doing in his journey, see where he's at, see what he's done now. What is going on at this chapter of your journey in Dubai, and what you're doing in business?
Last year was a bit quieter because I was just doing a lot of different things, building quietly. And now this year is about, okay, let's take over a lot of things. So I'm pushing more narrative in social media, becoming more opinionative. We'll just talk about more opinions because it's about time. Trying to inspire more people to change their lives and just being more on health, fitness, wellness part. But that's just one part because there's a lot of scaling happening. So I want to scale the business 700%. 700% this year.
Why 700?
Felt like it. I don't do 1 digit, 2 digits growth. I like to always be 3 digits. And it's like, okay, because again, why would you? Because I don't want to be 5 years from now. I wish I pushed harder now. Let's push hard now. Because even if I didn't get 700%, I might get 300%. And that's still high.
So, yeah, but how have you broken down that 700%? Like you say, you want to. I mean, 700%. Cool, that's a great number to have. But how reverse engineering that back to actual outcomes? Okay, what does that look like?
There was a project that I wanted to do so bad. That project would give me 5 Guinness records and would give me notice in specific other countries. Okay, so that size is going to be this much bigger, which means equivalent to where I am right now would be almost 700%.
Right. Okay. But what does that in terms of the actual goal? So I can actually see it in my mind. Yeah. What is that actual goal to increase you 700%? You say go to 5 other countries. Is that the goal?
Two main, but one very, 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 very big one.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they all in this region?
Yes, that's the region.
Yeah. So you're specifically concentrated on the Emirates and just outside the Emirates.
Gulf area. Yeah.
Yeah,
because there's so much high demand, low supply, and a lot of buying power, cash buying power. So and it's very safe in this part of the world. So why not be more here? And again, much less tax, much less headaches.
Yeah, I
avoid countries with taxes.
I mean, you hear all the Western guys talking about Dubai and always going about move to Dubai, but I'm seeing a lot of people, potentially yourself as well, talking about Saudi Arabia and the opportunities out in Saudi Arabia. I mean, where are the other Emirates and other Gulf countries that have the opportunities right now?
Long-term plans, 5 years, definitely Ras Al Khaimah. Definitely that's a very big plan because again, as soon as the Wynn casino opens, everything changes. It's a whole different type of people start coming to the country, which is how to supply a whole different type of things. Like literally, last 2 days we just like line up all the small supply chain companies that we can create just to supply for that place.
Right.
And I was like, wow, literally with like $200,000, you can make that money back in the first quarter and just print the money from there. But simple things. But that's something you have to foresee. Okay, what happens back in Las Vegas or the countries that have casinos, and what are the supply chain there? What do they need, and then reverse engineer from that and see what we don't have here and build it from now.
And what is the main opportunity to Westerners coming in? Because like obviously there's a lot of people that come in and they're real estate agents, so they're going to real estate or going to this, that, and the other. But what do you see as the opportunities that people aren't seeing from the West that are in Dubai, that are in these Emirates, that they can actually come and do? Because obviously you're doing water parks and you're scaling all that, and that's a taken market now because of what you do and how you do it. But where's the blue ocean for the rest of the people?
Water parks is just one small aspect of my businesses, but in general, everything could be used here. It's just a matter of like, do you see the opportunity? The problem is like, people are so stuck in their Western, in the West right now, you are comfortable enough. So it needs to be worsened for you to push you to go out of this space. The issue, you're all comfortable right now in that space. You're comfortable paying this 40-60% tax. You're comfortable, living your life paycheck to paycheck. You're comfortable doing that until things go really bad, more than it was right now. Then you start, okay, where am I going to go next? Because again, ultimately, you're not a tree. You can move. Nobody's handcuffing you to stay in the country you're in when there's no safety, no education, no healthcare. Oh, sorry, we have oil. No, we don't. Dubai have no oil. 2% of our income is oil. That's it. We make money from tourism, trade, and export. So I'm not sure what oil you talk about. Slavery, I'm not sure what slavery you talk about. There's no slavery here. But we have laborers. No, the laborers are paid much better than we paid back in the country. And we take care of them very well. So again, all these narratives people will throw at you because they want to throw shades at you because they can't afford to come here, or they have never been here before. Come here first. Because every person that ever came to Dubai, especially Americans, I haven't seen a single person from America who came to Dubai who within the first 24 hours said, how can I move?
Quick one for you guys. If you're loving this conversation and you're getting immense value, consider hitting that subscribe button and turn the notification bells on, as it lets us know that we're creating the right content for you at the right time.
Yeah. Look, I have different opinions on Dubai, and let's talk about it because I've been.
I know where you're going.
No, I've been a resident of Dubai 3 years, and I've been coming here for quite a few chunks of months. Now, the first 3 times I came here was for, say, a month to 6 weeks, and I really enjoyed my time. And then I've come a couple of times where I've stayed for like 2 to 3 months, and in these periods, by the end of the 2 months, or the middle of the third month, I'm really struggling in terms of like, my energy feels like it's being sapped out of me. I want nature. I want to connect on a different level, more than the surface level than sometimes you connect here with people, in my opinion. How do you deal with managing your energy? Because I know before we started this podcast, me and you were talking about managing energy and how important it is here. How do you deal with it?
Do you ground yourself?
In terms of walk on the sand, walk on the beach? Yeah, I do, yeah.
How often?
Every day.
Okay, so that's a good thing, at least. Again, I get where you point about energies and so on, because I get that also a lot, especially when I'm going for events or wherever. I think it's a matter of like, you're the CEO of your life, so you can hire and fire accordingly. So do not be allowing anybody to be part of your space. And don't, allow clowns in your life to compare your life to a circus. And that's what I'm sensing. You're allowing wrong energies in your space, and then you're complaining about that.
Not so much, no, because if I look at how I break down my life in Dubai, when I'm in Dubai, I'm working on my software business and building contentremoval.com.
Okay.
I'm doing podcasts with people like yourself that are good energies and people that want to talk to anyone. I'm doing them at a high frequency, and I'm going to the gym and I'm training. And then I do a couple of social events with my friends that might come in from Australia or come in from England or be in Dubai that are good people, good energies. But I still feel in the middle of all that, I still feel like, I need to go back to Australia for a little bit because I just need the energy of the place, or I need to go to Miami because I want to go down a natural beach, for argument's sake. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Do you never feel like you need to go outside of it? Do you think, and do you think maybe that's just because you're born here, so it's maybe different?
I have been to 99 countries.
Yeah.
So I travel a lot, so I have a very good preference. It's just, I don't let things bother me that way. I like to always figure out, because again, happiness is an inside thing. It's an inside job.
Yeah.
So it's not where I am. Okay, sometimes place you're in make you feel a specific kind of way because the way you give it power. Because again, we give power to things.
Yeah.
Like if I hate this water or love this water, none of these things have meanings. We give meanings to things.
Yeah.
None of these things have meanings. Not the watch, not the jewelry, not the place, not the house, not the cars. We give meaning to these things. And what meaning you give into it is by you. So you control that.
So how are you consistently reframing your meaning to the things? Because obviously there are many good and bad points to Dubai, and you can choose to always live in the good points and choose to always live at that high vibration if you want to. But you can't. But here, because of how glossy it is, you have to constantly reframe yourself. So how are you constantly reframing it?
Choose. You have a choice to be here, be there. Like if I go to the event, I don't like the space, I just walk away. There's nothing making me go to a place I don't enjoy. Because again, you should be intuitive enough, aligned enough to be able to come. I don't like the space.
But you went to an event, and we won't mention the event, but you went to an event the other day, and you said, you set yourself up energy-wise to go to that event, and then after that event, you reset yourself energy-wise. Like, what is it specifically you are doing in an occasion like that where it's an event that does take your energy?
Yeah, I mean, I have multiple things I do. Like before, I would read some certain verses of Quran to protect myself, my aura. I'm there to specifically, whenever I meet somebody random and they come talk to me, immediately I pick up the energy. I don't stick too long in a space I don't like. I just walk away faster. I come back home, I take a nice salt bath, cleanse my aura, and I have my energy generators in my house, things in my house, and then I just sit in these spaces and just like recenter myself.
Yeah, and it is so important when you come to a place like a Dubai, that you can recenter yourself, because I'm guilty of this. I've been guilty of being pulled into like a negative headspace about Dubai, because I meet certain people and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be surrounded by these people, and I take myself away from them, but still it gets to me a little bit.
You. Of course,
it gets to you, and you have to reset yourself. And there are a lot of people like that in these environments, because when you think about a place like Dubai and how fast Dubai has scaled, and it's constantly scaling, and we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people a month potentially moving here, you're talking about this cooking pot of energy, and you're constantly having to filter, aren't you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Again, it's like, I think less is more. So I don't need to have so much people in my life. Having enough 3 or 4 people that I know I can always go to them for this and this is easier, and it's more fun. It's good to know people, absolutely. Network is a net worth, but I think less is more.
Do you still think Dubai is the best place in the world?
For now, yes.
Where do you see that could threaten that?
Certain Chinese countries, certain Chinese cities, yes, definitely. Because China is very clean, very safe, also very controlled. That's it. Nothing in the West. Nothing in Europe. Europe is just like heritage. That's it. In America is, my opinion about that.
I know your opinion about America, but I kind of think that America is going to have a resurgence in terms of like the market, the abundance it's going to have over the next 4 to 8 year term. I can see a massive growth period in America. Do you disagree?
Maybe, but still.
But
when was last time we were in America?
Last year.
Last year. Where were you? Miami?
Miami and LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So different though. Yeah.
Well, LA is like a
huge,
like apocalypse ending.
Yeah.
It's like the end times. There's zombies walking down the street.
Yeah.
That's an absolute shithole. No offense.
Miami is not bad.
But Miami is like Dubai with a similar type of abundance and energy, but more nature, I'd say, and maybe more Latinas than there are anything else. But that's just the truth about Miami. But I just see the US as a great access point. Miami specifically is a great access point to the US market and building there. And you got to think there's 350 million people there taught to buy. I mean, you can say what you like about Dubai, but the GDP of Dubai wouldn't even match a major city in the US, would it?
Yet. Yes, yet.
How fast do you think it would change?
Very fast. Very fast. I mean, you see what we did last 20 years, right? So, yeah.
But what do you think will power the next 20 years of growth in the UAE? I mean, how much further can it actually go?
They're very crypto-oriented. They're very AI-oriented. They're very decision-maker-oriented. Dubai it's not a city. It's a business. It's run as a business. You have the leader, Sheikh Mohammed Rashid. He is a very good CEO, amazing CEO, which means he delegates job for a very amazing people, and that's it. And every year they graduate, I think, 5,000 new future leaders. So they teach them how to become better. So they invest so much in human capital, and that's a powerful thing.
What do you think about Trump launching a crypto coin?
Oh, I need to read about that. One second. Let me see about that. Trump. Ooh, this will shake the market. It will set fire. Oh yeah, let me see. See, he's a master of turning attention to money.
Yeah,
he is a master of doing that. It's the ultimate power move. Forget Dutch coin and Chaibah, to be honest. If this meme coin is fueled, because it's going to be the first actually meme coin fueled with raw political energy and controversy. It's Trump.
Do you see it as something that can, you know,
either it's gonna go to the moon or it's gonna drop so bad, but it's gonna shake the market.
But you think about Trump right now. If you're Trump and you're doing a meme coin just before your inauguration, you can't dump on your own
He won't dump the coin. No, he won't. It will go to the moon quickly.
So my thoughts are: I looked today. It was a 7 billion market cap today. I thought to myself, he can't dump the coin before the inauguration. When that coin gets listed on Coinbase, it's going to go up another 5-10x, I think.
Easily.
And the crypto guys know about the coin, and me and you know about the coin, but the whole world doesn't know about it yet.
Yes. Just when the NFT came and his shoes came out. Yeah.
Are you allocating anything to it?
I haven't.
Do you play in the crypto market, or are you all about focus?
Just stopped fully. I have people doing things for me, like I have buckets of money. Okay, you do that, you do whatever I do, and come out the money in the end. But I don't follow too much. I know so much about it. I know most of the gatekeepers, but I just don't play person anymore.
I had a little bit of a talk with myself this year when I came to setting my goals, and I decided that I needed to get relentlessly focused. So I got relentlessly focused on one goal in business, which is growing contentremover.com and putting in the software and the services at the back end of that to grow and scale that. Yeah. I put my health first and foremost as one of the 3 goals, and then obviously taking this podcast to the top education podcast in the world as my three apex goals in my 3 areas that I touch upon. How are you setting your goals and what you relentlessly focus on, and then what to delegate? How are you getting that straight?
Delegating is a very important part. It's a huge part of growth, because you can never grow the business if you do everything yourself. Then you can be a solopreneur or self-employed. You need to understand being a CEO of a company means you have to empower people under you and give them systems and let them take decisions. And that's a very hard thing to do, especially if you are your own business person.
Yeah.
But that's a part of the growth part. It's a very important part of the growth. I am very ultra focused. I understand the idea of overloading. I understand the idea of obsession. I understand not listening to people. I understand never settling down to something average. So these are very core values that I already had for so long. Like, did I read to you that last time I wrote to myself? No?
No, go on.
Okay. I wrote this to myself 7 years ago when I was, where is it?
Is this a note you wrote in your iPhone?
My phone.
Yeah.
I found it by mistake last week. So I wrote this 7 years ago. I was facing 3 legal cases, and I was $500,000 in debt. Train your mind harder than your body. Never accept someone else's limitation. Pain is essential. Visualize what you want all the time. Learn the meaning of overload. Become obsessed. Never become satisfied.
What is the meaning of overload to you?
Overload, most people after working 2-3 days of 12 hours plus, they get really overloaded very fast. They get very tense. Most people, after not getting what they want quickly, they get overloaded very, very fast. So understanding that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Understanding there's a process behind it, and patience is a very big part of the process, will change the whole thing.
When should someone quit, though?
It's a very good question. Because I don't quit on things that easily. Like, I'm very rarely that I quit on things, but like I learn how to walk away or let go of things.
What's the difference between walking away, letting go of something, and quitting something? What's the difference between those two?
Because sometimes you can be grabbing a rope and this rope is tied on your whole hand, and it's like letting go of that just better for your whole arm. And sometimes, let me give something more poetic on that. A lot of times you think this is what you need. Like, you're looking at this door closed behind you, and this is all the way, but like there is a lot of windows, opportunities around you, and you're just too blind to see them. You need to be able to pivot fast. You need to be able to. Most people are afraid to change their mind. No, I said I'm gonna do this. Okay, good, but it's not working. Sometimes it's never a straight line. It's never a straight line. This whole illusion that it's a straight line from here to here, it's not. There's so many goes up and down and donuts to get what you call. People don't understand that whole concept of like to be an entrepreneur, supposedly, you need to be okay working countless hours with no return. You need to be okay not making money for the first 2-3 years or more. You need to be okay people think it's not going to work out. You need to be okay with like, you know, everybody around you not believing in you because you're the only one who's seeing this world. You're the only one who see it.
I've had some successful entrepreneurs that are in my network that are telling me right now that I should quit this podcast because this podcast doesn't monetize, right? The way that they want it to monetize in terms of business. And they're saying, Frankie, you've done it for 5 years, nearly over 5 years now. It's not monetizing to the standard that it should be for that time. You should probably consider exiting that and going and concentrating even more and doubling down on your business. What's your advice when people... I kind of have a different opinion on that.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is I have seen the greatest vision for this podcast since I started. I can't unsee what I've seen in my mind, and I'm in the relentless pursuit of what that is to me. And
that's the answer.
Yeah.
You do not want to think 5 years from now and say, I wish I pushed 3 more months.
Yeah.
Because as a human, you only regret things you didn't do.
Yeah.
If you do it, it works out perfect. It doesn't work out, it's a lesson. It's an experience learned.
Well, I've already in the last 5 years, I've already done one of the top 3 biggest guests in the world. There's 2 more that I've got to nail, and there's a lot more in between that I want to get on the podcast.
It takes time because again, the more you do, the bigger you get, the more bigger artists or guests you can get. So you cannot get these big acts with a small page.
Yeah.
So you need to grow this page by doing more and more and more because more is more.
And it's an art. The art of podcasting and the skill of conversation and the skill of keeping conversation going and knowing when to pause and that all that. People don't understand that. I noticed the big difference is that when someone's done the Tape podcast and they've paid for the episode, for argument's sake, when they've paid for it and it's episode 2 or 3, it's like it kind of kills the flow. It's because they've basically because they've got money from like crypto or something. But they took the opportunity too early. You know, I'm trying. You can't cheat.
Yeah, you can't now binge anything else.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like it takes time.
Yeah.
Like all the guys, if you see Mr. Beast, like if you see his journey, how he went from like nothing, 700 to 900 to 1,000, how it took years. It took 10 years.
How long did Aquafund take to get to the level where it was kind of making you kick off cash and enough money to be able to buy all the stuff that you've got, like the fancy watches and all this other stuff that you've been buying?
11 years.
Yeah, 11 years.
10 years, yeah. 10 years, a decade.
Yeah. This is why I wanted you to say that, because people don't understand how long it actually takes.
Okay, so let me clear something up, okay? It's very interesting to clear this up. I do not come from money. There's nobody in my family who come from money. I don't come from a rich family or a royal family or a sheikh or a sponsor or never a scammed or somebody. So everything I've had, I gained in my life, I've worked my ass off for it. There was the blessings of, you do your work and then God blesses your work. Purely that's it. And it is in like the first 3-4 years, nothing. Like the first year I did zero, absolute zero. The last year, the first year I made some money. Made money for the next 40 days and we wanted to expand. We expanded too big, too fast, fell down so horrible. The partner that I had at the time ran away, left me with cases and debt. Next 4 years, I'm basically paying $1.2 million in debt. So all the money I'm making. So basically, I was $1.2 million minus for the first 4 years. So it took me 5 years to go back to zero, and then from zero went back again. So like the journey from like minus up to like now, whatever numbers we're making at now, that's the journey. And that only happened because like you don't quit about things. And I just learned to become very coachable. I've hired a very good business advisor who helped me from where I was to negotiate things and build and keep learning.
So you believe in having a mentor?
A business coach, a mentor, a business advisor, whatever we call it. Somebody who knows better than you.
How do you select your business mentor or someone who to coach you? Because obviously there's a lot of people online right now, a lot of coaches, a lot of mentors, a lot of this, a lot of that haven't really achieved much in business or life themselves.
Yeah, for me that's hilarious when somebody didn't do it and he's teaching me. Like, how can you go to the gym where your coach is fat? And like, how can you learn something from somebody who's, again, there is people who are young and experienced or like very good at what they do, but again, nothing being experienced. Experience is time. You could be very expert in a specific small part of the world. Okay, that's it. But you can't be everything else. You have to go through a specific journey to become this man.
But when you're building a business like you built, which had never been done in the UAE before,
in the world
before,
yes.
How do you select the right mentor to make sure that
it's business? It's purely business, because no matter what's the product, it is still the business have a specific systems behind it.
Yeah,
and that one literally came like I was stuck, and my sister told me, "Hey, there's somebody you should meet. Let them help you." I said, "Okay, I'm stuck anyways. I'm in debt. I'm suffering. Let's see what happens." And then it was the right person for me.
Yeah, kind of a godly intervented.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, I love that because I believe that if you meet people on your path that kind of put you on the right thing. Now, I have paid for some mentorship through my time, but invariably in my early days, it was often mentors that just came into my life organically that shifted, that gave me the initial shifts and the initial pinballs down the road. I do believe in paying for mentors at certain points in time when it makes sense, but you have to make sure that those people are the right mentor for you to move you forward. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of time I tell people, hey, you can always ask people. Because again, like let's say you want to be the best marketer or a best online person, you can go find who's the best person in your circle. Go ask them, hey, I think you're doing amazing. I would love for you to teach me things. I would like to work for you. I would like to learn from you. People usually will give you answers.
Yeah.
People usually will give you answers. You are the person who's refusing yourself from learning more things because you think that people are going to say no to you. If you have a 0, you come ask this person something and he said no to you, you're still in a 0. So I'm not sure why you're afraid of the rejections.
One of the things you've always been great at is networking with people. So you can get this advice and access people. And I think I'm pretty good at that as well. But how do you approach networking, and how would you encourage other people to approach it so they can obviously get the best out of it for them, but also give the most value into the market?
So never sell. When you go, don't fish, garden. What I mean by that, you throw a seed in somebody and let it flourish. You do not have to go and close a deal with the person and just met them. Learn who they are. Figure out things about, because not only I am not the business card. I like this. What do I have to eat? What music I listen to? Where I travel? What my friends? What my hobbies? These other things. Become relatable. Become likable. I think that's a very important part. Don't try too hard. Because again, you need to become a person of value. And because again, there's people going, again, history. For me, it makes me so angry. People going to network events. You're broke and everybody else is broke. What are you networking? You still figuring out, they're still figuring out. What are you doing right now? Nothing. Better off focus on what you're doing, become the best in your field, become a valuable person, and then everything's going to come to you. So just trying to figure out network. Okay, yes, I'm going to networking events. You can't close these in a club or a bar. You can't. That happens there. Because by next day, they're going to be wake up and forget about what happened.
What I've found is if you make yourself valuable, I'm well known in the world as being the guy that can help you solve problems online, for argument's sake. I'm also regarded in a quite a good light because of the podcast and the brand that I've built on the back of this as well. So people will ask me and I will be introduced to people because of the reps that I've done in those two things and that introduces me to you. And what I'm trying to say is that when you do the reps and become one of the best in your industry or best in your space, they will introduce you into the networks anyway, so in order to network and improve your network the way that I know a lot of the listeners want to improve their network, the best way is just become the most proficient at what you do, whether that be Google Ads, plumbing or carpentry or whatever you're doing. And then, believe it or not, people will introduce you into loads and loads of networks without you having to do quote unquote networking. Because networking, as you say, is just a load of broke people stood in a room talking to each other about problems that don't even exist in most people's lives.
Exactly.
And the events that you get invited to, the events that I get invited to, are with people that are actually achieving great shit, that have good stuff to talk about.
Exactly.
And the reason we get invited to those is because of the reps we're talking our business and our life, right?
That's my point, exactly.
Yeah. I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people think that these networking events are good ideas. I just think it's a waste of time.
Waste of time. You're paying money to go to an event with other broke people. I'm not sure where's the ROI.
Yeah.
You could have sat down home, watch a YouTube channel and learn something. Like I think last month I needed to do something, programming for something for my business. I asked for a company. They told me it cost me 50K. It's like 50K for that simple job. Why? Open ChatGPT, teach me how to code this. Within 2 hours, the code was done. Me and ChatGPT saved 50,000 and I did it myself and better and faster. Again, you are just lazy. There's Google, YouTube, ChatGPT right now. I'm not sure what are you doing right now. You cannot say, I don't know. You can learn things. You can automate every single aspect of your business and life. But you think you need to work your ass off and be hard like a donkey for you to get results. No, be smart.
What was the last thing within your business that you automated?
Literally just last week, we automated we streamlined the whole customer experience. So I took them down from 9 minutes to 1 minute.
In terms of getting them into the queue and getting them through the booking system.
Yes. So we streamlined from 9 minutes to 1 minute.
So so you've saved like 8 minutes per person.
Yes.
And across the whole business.
Basically, yeah. That's 80%.
That's mad.
Yeah. Just by looking at it with an eye, okay, how do we make this better? Draw the map. Let's see where is the choke points. Figure it out. Solution. We get it done.
When you got a physical location business like you have, and most of your businesses that make you your kickoff cash to invest in other things are physical location businesses.
Yes.
How should people look at driving the best value traffic to their business right now if they've got a physical location?
Create something dope, and people will come to you. Sell an emotion, not a product. So sell why this will make me feel this way.
Right.
That's an important part of the business, I guess.
And if you were to put the emotion of what people get from your product with Aquafund, how would you?
I'm in the business of creating happy memories.
Right.
And when I understood this very early in the business, all the content became just people expressions and actual feelings of them having real fun in the water park. And there's copy paste that every single day, and it became attractive.
So let's do real life scenarios, right? If you're a carpenter and you're in a carpentry business, and they at the moment think they're in the business of hanging doors, putting in kitchens and all that, what are they in the business of?
Safety, doors, I guess. Because everybody needs doors, but here's the thing. This is the issue with people.
No. What's the emotion? Is what I'm saying.
Emotion. Okay, interesting. You give me something hard. Come on, it's easier.
Okay. Hairdresser. Hairdresser. That's a female.
That's a nice one. I had a friend of mine, Vusi, talked about that before, and he said the most amazing thing. It's like, how do you make your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend jealous? Because you're looking very good now. It's like he was talking about don't sell the actual job, sell the emotion. It's like, why would you pay this much money? It's like, give me a cheaper price. It's like, where are you going? I'm going to a wedding. So who's going to be in the wedding? Your ex-boyfriend, yeah? Is he going to be his new girlfriend? Yeah. Do I make him jealous? Yeah. They pay.
You see, I am a former carpenter and joiner by trade. And if I was going to sell that again, I would... One thing I know about the culture in England, for argument's sake, and Australia, is when you've got something done to your home, you want to show the neighbours it because you want to show, hey, look what's happened to my kitchen. So that's the feeling that I would be selling from the outset. That you could show.
We're always competing.
That you can show Jenny next door. That you've got this
a better door than her.
A better kitchen than her at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, or show her this feature and that. That's I think you're selling that feeling when you're a carpenter, when you're a plumber. You're not selling fixing a leak. You're not selling hanging the door or fitting the kitchen.
I agree with you very much there.
Yeah.
Because again, like Instagram is nothing but a big showing off platform.
Yeah.
Women always want to show off for other women.
Yeah. You want to be able to flex. You know what I mean? You want to flex it.
It's all the flexing. Yeah.
I mean, because like invariably, it's like the good looking girl gets the most attention. Right. It's like, so you got to sell whatever that. What is the woman in the red dress to your business? You got to sell that.
True.
That's the feeling you got to create. You got to create the woman in the red dress feeling.
Exactly.
Which is what you've done with Aquafund, because you're going, hey, you've got like, I've seen it. You've got families bouncing all over this thing and families enjoying it, but then you've also got, I've seen even girls that I know bouncing on this thing and good looking girls, and it's like you're basically selling the experience across all the senses.
Every sense, every level, every demographic, every size, every age.
Yeah.
Because just because we grow up doesn't mean you can't have fun.
Yeah. So do you? So when it comes to like places to drive traffic from, where do you get the most valuable traffic from that actually converts into clients of the business and customers of the business?
On the beach. Actually.
Well, so actually in person.
Yeah, on the beach, because they see it. They see it. They convert. That the biggest conversion we have is actually because we are in the right space.
Okay, so let's bring this into the real life business then. How would
people know we're there?
Yeah.
So as long as people know that you are there, so we are the biggest signboard. My business is a basic signboard, so you can see it from everywhere on the beach. So as long as people know that you exist.
Guys, before we go into this podcast is sponsored by contentremoval.com. If you're looking to remove any images, videos, search results, fake accounts, or anything else online, go to contentremoval.com. We've looked after everybody from the likes of Alex Hormozy, Kayla Racines, Tammy Hembrow, to a whole host of other brands and celebrities that you know and love. And we'd love to help you with your issues online. So if you have any issues online and you want to get in touch with us, click the link below this video and go to contentremoval.com.
So let's take so what you're saying then is, if we take this back to the local hairdresser or the local carpenter, it's just like, well, yeah, if you're a physical carpenter that goes and does things, your last job is your showpiece to get you more work.
Exactly, the girls,
right? And the girls that you do hair for over here are the showpiece to get you more work.
Because again, like, everybody will take a picture of the job.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you put that in. How about post for me and give you a scarf for next time? How about you give me a 5-star review in this and I give you a scarf for next time? And before you get me, I get you part of that referral for you for next time. So again, like, usually people will do that for you.
Yeah.
Like, we have 3,800 reviews in Aquafund. We have 4.9 stars. How is that possible? Because we just continue doing that. We make sure I did 2 things in the business. One was, instead of getting tips from the customers, I don't get tips from customers. Instead of taking tips, get the customer. If you're a customer, you made extra job, tell the customer, hey, give that business 5-star review and mention my name. End of the month, I see how many names I mentioned. These names I mentioned, I give them for each one, I think $25 dirhams.
For each one?
For each one. The boys are every day on the water park with customers. Every day they're getting 5-10 new reviews. If you're doing every day 10 new reviews, that's a good 300 reviews a month.
So encourage your staff then to give
excellence in the job, and also get rewarded.
Yeah.
And the customer also feels, now they give this person a good something, they have to pay for it. So everybody's happy. The customer get a good service, and they feel they did something good for the staff. The staff does a good job and he get paid. The business also grows from that.
What are some of the other areas of business that are simple but people are overlooking that drive immense value?
That's one. Secondly, being consistent with posting. You need to post every single day. You can't just post once a week. There's so much noise now. You can post 3 times a day. 3 times. Why not? Morning, afternoon, evening. Post stories, post content. Don't overthink it. Don't over edit it. Just shoot, post. One of my biggest videos on TikTok, I think I got like 49 million views. That was a 3-second video of a shaky phone. That's it. Got 160,000 comments on that video. It's ridiculous.
What do you think of the TikTok ban? Because it's been banned today.
Yeah, I saw that. Are they banning the platform or silencing people's opinions?
No, the whole platform.
Are they banning that or silencing the opinion? What was happening the last 2 months that it was so desperately needed to change and quiet people? Because now with that, everybody can see the truth. See to control the truth, the narrative.
So a funny thing happened before we came on this podcast. So TikTok got banned in America.
Yes.
Probably about 8-9 hours ago, right? Anyway, I've still got my TikTok accounts that were set up in Australia and the UK, so they're still valid at the moment.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the last 8 or 9 hours that Facebook has just set up a verified account on TikTok. So my thought process is now, and I can't confirm or deny this because we're too close. And by the time this podcast gets released, it'll have already been out in the world. But I'm predicting that Facebook have just bought TikTok.
Crazy.
And if that is the truth, then you've just watched the biggest psyop in human history, because because if you think that ByteDance was worse than Facebook in terms of like control narratives, I could be wrong with this.
Yeah, it could be.
But even
if that happens, then he have everything. He have WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. That's it. Game over.
Yeah, it's
because he's been also very active lately.
I know, and have you seen how the narrative of Zuckerberg has trying to be
dramatically changed? Yeah. It's like to be cool and all the stuff, and jiu-jitsu and the hair and the style and everything. I know.
Do you think Rogan's compromised?
Not yet.
Because I've been.
But you can see the change in his things.
I really. love Joe Rogan and what he's done for podcasting. He is the head of the game. But when I look at occult symbolism and other things that get put all that I've studied, and I know you're into studying this kind of stuff as well. There's so much of that happens on that podcast.
If he is, it's been done very, very right.
Yeah.
If it's been done very, very well. Very well.
Do you think you almost have to sell out in order to get to that level, or do you think you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no way they allow you. We've seen it with date.
With
date.
But do you not think that he could potentially be controlled opposition anyway?
What? Yeah.
So controlled opposition is obviously where.
Oh yes, I get your point. Yeah.
Yeah. So for argument's sake, with Tate, and the jury's out for me on this, but I've obviously been to his house and filmed a podcast with him. But what I'm saying is, with any narrative, they like to control both sides, and they like to give you a hero in every scenario.
A hero or villain, either way.
Yeah. A hero that's been hard done by. I'm just saying it's very convenient. He could be the hero that some people have been handed as a convenient byproduct. And there's none of us are going to know that either way. But when you look at control narratives, and how they work.
I see your point there. Yeah, I see your point, because again, things that happen in that part of the world, which is America, a small country compared to the rest of the world, it's like, why is this affecting us everywhere in the rest of the world? Why? Yeah, I get.
Well,
I get a lot of noise there.
It comes down to affect Aquafun, because Aquafun has a big TikTok account that had a US audience, and now your US audience can't see your aquapart. So people that would have seen your aquapart, that had money, that would have traveled to you yesterday, now can't see your content. So that's when people like me and you have been paying into the algorithm and creating content which costs us money to pay in and putting content out, and then we lose biggest demographic of audience in a day. It's pretty soul destroying, but I've literally seen overnight, and this is why you should never just build on one platform. These TikTok stars that have been building in America, have got 40 million followers, shut down.
I remember on last week events, someone said to me, hey, I'm only focusing on one platform. It's like, why? Because this is why I'm going to get my people. It's like, how much people have in that platform? 6,000. It's like, okay, bro, I'm not even the platform, I have 2,000. But it's like, listen, use the same content, put it everywhere. Because you never know where you're going to convert. It's for free.
Yeah.
It's literally for free. Post every platform, grow all platforms simultaneously in the same time, in the same way. Understand how the platform wants you to shoot, how long it'll be done, what's the format, and do it for them. But don't discriminate. And like you said, I have for my business and my personal account in all the platforms, because you never know where like I said, which one got closed and which one got emerge and which one you can grow and for more than other ones.
Are you seeing any platforms emerging right now that you think are slept on?
LinkedIn.
Really?
LinkedIn, bro. LinkedIn is everything. LinkedIn is so underrated right now. It's so underused, because people there post once a month or never.
Yeah.
And it's all static post, nothing interesting. Nothing. And it's cheap, and it's more direct to reach people with positions and power there than anywhere else.
There's definitely more corporates and more higher level people on LinkedIn. Yeah, the money's on LinkedIn for sure.
Because money is corporate usually.
Because I know a few online PTs that didn't build on Instagram, didn't build anywhere else. They just went and built on LinkedIn, and they've made a fortune on it.
I love it, and that's what I did. I remember pre-COVID. I think it was pre-COVID, a year and a half pre-COVID. I had a friend of mine who was a PT also, and I saw him every day. I come to the gym. He's in the gym. It's like, wait, bro. It's like, I'm always in the gym. It's like, yeah, I'm PTing. It's like, okay, how many customers do you have? How many clients do you have? It's like, I have around 30. It's like, okay, but that's it. You're going to cap that. You can, because there's no much hours in the day that's it you cap. Why do you have some money saved? Yeah, I have some money saved. Okay, how about let's make an app. App for what? I don't know. Brother, listen to me. There's no need for you to learn anything. We get a company, they do it for you. We figure out how to do it. We started the whole thing. He paid, I think, $25,000-$30,000 for the app at that time. And it's like, okay, now what? Okay, it's like, wait, calm down. And literally, it's like, this is what we're going to do. I took him to 3 or 4 corporates, closed deals there. He used to have 30 clients. Now, within 4 months, he had 10,000 clients. Each one was paying him $150 a month.
And what you did there was you took him to corporates, not
Corporate.
and then you got them to put all their staff on the app.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
As a CSR. And that's it. It happened a year before, 2 years before COVID, and COVID happened. He was printing money. Printing money. He was making $500,000 a month.
Yeah, because you really have to find a way that you can see. Even with my business, I go to like agencies and I'll sign all of the agency's clients for them and look after the agency. Then you've got 40 clients in one go rather than dealing one by one.
But all this could be automated right now.
Yeah.
All this could be automated directly with AI, and you can be directly with the client directly without having a third party. Because again, there is no need for us to have any more third parties or a gatekeeper, because we can directly be with the decision maker directly. Just a matter of being in front of him and seeing you.
Are you so like a lot of businesses will have people provide third party services, like they'll have marketing agencies, they'll have email agencies, they'll have this, they'll have that. Are you cutting all of those out of your businesses now and then bringing it all in house?
I do both. I do agencies and direct.
Right.
Because again, money is money.
See, but surely you if you're building the systems in house, you wouldn't need the agency.
I do both, because sometimes some agencies are always exclusively signed with the agency, so you get those anyways, and then you also go directly, because a lot of companies have in-house.
No. I understand that when it comes to the signing the clients, but what I'm talking about is like, say Aquafun as a business.
Let's say that
you can have a marketing agency, or you can have an in-house marketing department that does all your ads and this, that, and the other.
Yes.
Now this agency over here costs you say $5,000 a month just to run the ad spend, and then in-house you could perhaps hire an employee for $5,000.
Yeah.
What would you rather do as a business? Would you rather control it and have the person in-house, or would you rather farm it out to the agency and have less staff?
I think now with the whole emerge of much more AI now, in-house through AI.
Right.
Much better. Because now, because very soon you can ask AI, hey, create me this thing, and the AI is going to go and create that stuff and post it for you and do the A/B testing and come back to you in 2 days. Here's the results, better than any agency out there. So again, like the agencies and this, they're doing something that we don't know how to do, which is impossible. It's obsolete for me personally.
Yeah, I think bringing these AI tools into your business is just a game changer, to be honest with you.
If you're smart enough to bring it in, it's like, especially again, whatever we have right now is nothing compared to what we're going to have this one. This year is going to be the AI and quantum year.
So with quantum computing, with what because I've been researching this recently, because obviously with crypto and seed phrases and codes.
Don't start me there now.
Huh?
Don't start me there.
No, but I've been researching this quantum computing, and from what I can see, quantum computing can like break Bitcoin seed phrases.
Right now, it can. There's 3 quantum computers: the IBM, and there's a Chinese one and a French one. Those 3 can right now crack Bitcoin.
So
easily.
So why are we holding Bitcoin then? Because Bitcoin could go to zero.
I spoke about this in an event with crypto guys, and everybody paused. It's like, nobody's going to do that. It's like, really? So that's security. But then there is a way to create another layer of security on top of Bitcoin. It's a possible thing.
Which is?
There's another layer that you can encrypt that again.
So to repatch the whole
256
network.
is big.
Yeah.
But this could crack it to you within minutes.
So it is actually been confirmed that it can actually...
Numbers are there.
Yeah.
By numbers of theory, it's possible right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I
spoke about this.
And doesn't that worry you as being a holder of Bitcoin?
Yeah, I spoke about it. I spoke about it in a very big events, like guys.
Because I know wealthy people the same as you know that have dumped all their Bitcoin based upon this theory.
Yeah.
This theory, because they reckon it's being played down.
Yeah.
And they've dumped it all.
Yeah. Basically. Because again, it is the move that has to be done for the CBD to happen. Because all the banks have CBDs ready. Everything's ready. Or just like a click a switch, no more cash, everything's online.
See, what's your thoughts on where we are in the actual cycle when it comes to crypto right now? Because everybody is talking about this extended bull run. And usually from my experience of the last 3 bull runs in crypto that I've seen.
Yeah, me too.
At this time, this reminds me of the time when it hit like 65 or 69K, the last top, whatever it was.
Yeah.
When it hit the last top and it started to come down like this last time, everyone was talking about the next run. I think we're in that stage right now. Do you think we've perhaps the top's already been in, or do you think there's more to go?
It's more to go. But here's the thing: it is becoming a political move now. So let's see what happens now when Trump becomes there, and what executive orders he's gonna sign. Because there's an executive order that says that they're gonna buy, what they said, 1 million bitcoins they're gonna buy. That's almost $1 trillion plus. Okay, that's a lot of money. But they're gonna do it in the next 10 years. Okay, how are we gonna do that? That's the executive order they're gonna do apparently. If that happens, then is a political asset.
But here's my thesis on the executive order. Yes, if he signs the executive order, there'll be a set rise within Bitcoin because of the executive order. I understand that. But the news of him signing the executive order or potentially signing the executive order, in my opinion, is already priced into the market. That's already priced in.
But it's not there yet. The rumor is there. But when the fact comes in, what will happen to crypto market and what happens to the stock market? Which one will crash and which one will go up?
I understand that.
It's both going to happen.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen here, something's going to happen here. Which one's going to go up, which one's going to go down? That's going to be the big question.
So do you think they both can't go up and crash at the same time? Is that what you're saying? Why is that?
Because it's moving money from one spreadsheet to another spreadsheet. But there have to be a crash happening this year, a big one, bigger than 2008. There have to be a crash happening now.
Why?
There have to be.
Why?
There is no other way but the crash have to happen this year.
Why does it have to happen this year? No, but you must have a thesis around why.
I just know.
Yeah, but
I can't give you the who told me and what, but there have to be a crash this year. It's going to be a bigger one than before, and that's why you hold your cash. They have to reset everything.
You've been telling me for the last 3 podcasts and the time that we've known each other to stack cash, which I have been doing.
Good.
Right? I actually...
Which currencies?
USD.
I told you about other currencies. I told you about
you told me about the other currencies as well. I haven't allocated to those yet, but like I've been stacking USD,
Switch now.
Right? Yeah.
Literally, we go now and do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. After the podcast.
Yeah.
But whilst we're on this topic, right? You said about the cash positions. Are you stacking gold as well to hedge against this?
Bonds.
Why?
You get more bang for your buck.
But you're...
Because I did before. I used to have so much gold. Still have gold. Solid gold. Okay, but then you need to actually put the actual money on that thing and you store it there. And the ROI on that or the appreciation on that is basically matching the depreciation of the cash. Okay, cool. But then a bond, you get a much more appreciation and much more ROI on that and compound interest on that than an actual solid gold.
But Ahmed, you got to understand, right? For the last 20 years, someone like Robert Kiyosaki has been going on every podcast every year and
by gold.
And he's been saying the world's going to end and this year we're going to crash. This year we're going to crash. This year it's going to crash.
Yeah.
You've gone out on a limb and you've said that this year, 2025, is going to be a bigger crash than 2008.
Yep.
This year.
Yeah.
But can you give me more information about what your thesis is behind that? I want to understand more about that. I don't just want you saying
Not on
it.
camera.
Huh?
Not on camera.
Give me something.
I can't do it on camera, bro.
Give me something.
I can't do it on camera.
Give me something.
That's it. So stack your cash. Be careful, especially in the next 2 months. It's gonna happen. It has to be the next 2 months.
Yeah, next 2 months.
It has to be the next 2 months.
So this podcast is recorded on the 19th or 20th of January.
Before Trump goes in.
Yeah. It'll happen before Trump goes in.
No, we did this before Trump.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The crash happens after Trump. Yeah. I mean,
it's going to be very fast. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's going to be a quick bloodbath.
Yeah. What kind of...
Remember the bloodbath that happened like 2 years ago, two bull runs ago when the market, when the crypto crashed 80% in one night? That kind of stuff. But then imagine that, but on stock market.
You see...
Forex would disappear.
What does
Forex will disappear.
You're making some bold statements on this podcast today. Yeah. You're going in. You're going in. I'm good.
Yeah. It will go.
This
will go.
This is it. I'm actually kind of excited.
Yeah, this will go.
Because for the last and I've been telling everyone this. I had a guy DM me literally yesterday saying, should I buy this $104,000 BMW in Australia? And I'm like, brother, do you have $2.5 million cash in the bank?
Yeah.
No. I said, you shouldn't buy the fucking $104,000 BMW, mate. Just rent one if you want one. Yeah. Just rent it month by month, whatever.
Right. For a couple of weeks, get bored of it the next.
Yeah. I just think people, I think obviously you've got some very nice watches that are like
investments.
Yeah. But you waited just so that people can understand how long did you before you started to buy. I'm not calling it shit, but but it is flash shit, right? Before you started buying all the flash shit like the APs and the diamond jewelry, like how much cash on balance did you have to have in the bank before you started to buy the dumb shit?
Guys, over the last 5 years, you've watched me travel around the world building this podcast in 9 countries with over 200 entrepreneurs. And one of the key things that I've learned is that every single one of these successful people have a playbook. They have a play-by-play of how they're going to operate their life, their mindset, and everything else so they can scale. So they can scale their money, their business, their life, and everything. I want to break that down for you. So what I've done is I've set up a weekly email that's going to be going live week in, week out, giving you a play-by-play of some of the most top entrepreneurs in the world so you can understand how they're executing on their plan so you can execute on it too. If this is something that interests you, click the link, sign up to the email below, and that'll be coming out weekly.
10 times?
10 times the value of whatever you purchased, right?
Basically.
In cash.
Yeah. Like if I'm buying, let's say, another G-Class, I have double that car. On cash. I don't have nothing on banks.
You don't have anything in banks?
I have nothing that is owned by banks. Everything I have is owned by me.
So what do you mean by that?
Like I have no mortgages or loans.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Same with me. I don't have any mortgages. I don't owe anyone any money.
Yeah.
Because
same thing. Cash is usually always invested in different things. I have enough cash for me to take care of specific things, but then everything else is stuck in investments that I can liquidate anytime I want to liquidate.
I don't like third party counter risk. I think you're pretty much similar to me. Yeah. But whilst we've been in this growth period, every man and his dog's been telling me about how stupid I am not to leverage my house and take cash out. Do you think I'm stupid not leveraging my house, or do you think I was prudent? Because I could remortgage my properties and pull out cash flow and go and invest it in different things and get return and this, that, and the other. That's all well and good until the market goes to shit, and then you've got you're fucked. You've got everyone's trying to call in things.
I guess as long as you have enough cash, because again, it's all a cash flow game. Yeah. If you have cash flow coming in to come here, okay, then you're good. But then if you don't, how much longer you can hold yourself without paying that? That's the question. Because the bank doesn't wait. You don't pay this month, okay, we'll take it away from you.
Do you have any rules when it comes to, like, say you're renting a your beautiful apartment in a marina, yeah? When you're renting that, do you have a set amount per month that you'll allow yourself to pay relative to what you've got cash?
I don't think about it that way. I don't, because for me that space is done. That space is done for state of mind and business and so on and so on. So I don't look at it that way.
No, but is there any kind of rough guide that you give people in terms of like how much of their earnings they should be spending on
how much
rent?
you should pay on rent? Yeah. Okay, that one. Yeah. Okay, I understand your point now. I think you should not pay more than 15% of your income into rent. If it's more than that, then like either you have to change your job or downgrade.
So you believe you have to increase your top line if you want to increase that rental period. Yeah. I know a lot of people that are paying up to 50% of their income to rent a place.
Yeah, that's insane for me. You can just go and buy a house then.
Well, in some places you can, in some places you can't.
Yeah, it's going to get much harder very soon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to get harder, guys. I know things.
You see, the reason why I'm kind of like enlightened and worried for people in what you say is because I know the people you know, and I also know some wealthy people. One of my friends, who's a mentor of mine as well, Peter Try, has been telling me for years the same thing as you've told me. He rings me every week and he says, "Get ready, it's going to be a bloodbath."
Yeah, there's a bloodbath coming.
In Australia, the other week, one of the biggest builders of apartments in the whole country went into administration and started to. The cracks are on the wall everywhere.
Because that's the first thing I go. Real estate. Not here, but there.
Yeah.
Real estate goes, bank goes, stock market goes. That's the cycle, as always.
What happens here in a recession, though?
It's different because system here is built differently.
But when it was 2008, this place got hit hard too. Property prices dropped a lot.
It got hit, I think, 8 months later.
Yeah.
8 months later, it got hit. But now they've learned from it. But remember what happened in COVID. Mm-hmm. It happened to us. Logistics were very good. We survived. We did very good. We were the first one to open. We were the first to operate. So they've learned very fast from it. And again, decision making here is much faster. There you have a Senate or a Parliament or all the other things that make you guys slower. This doesn't happen here.
So what's the difference with the operations here compared to like a government operated thing then?
It is much, much more extremely faster than anywhere else. They would throw money at things to make sure things are done. They take care of the locals, residents, citizens, and tourists very well here. It's the whole cycle.
But where does America when America or the UK starts to go into a negative growth period, they print money, right?
Yes.
What is the equivalent here? Do you print it, or where's the money coming from?
We have a lot of storage. The budgets are done in a way that it always have them. There's a part in the budget that basically, what do we do in case of crisis? We have that.
So in the Emirates, you have a contingency plan of like billions or trillions of dollars.
Yes, always prepared. There's a full-on area in Dubai have only huge, massive storages ready for anything.
We're talking monetary terms, or we're talking food terms?
Food terms. Anything. It's ready there. It's packed.
Yeah.
In case anything happened, if the country closes for a year, we have everything. They prepare things here very well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They go to that level.
But remember when COVID happened, they've created a 4,000 hospital within 2 days. That's 4,000 beds, machines, nurses, doctors, quarantine for 4,000 people in 2 days.
The UK created a hospital like that in London, and it didn't even get used by people because by the time they'd built it, they took it down, like because it took that long to get it going.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, that is the positive thing about how they move different here. But when you obviously with what you believe that's coming down the track within the next 3 to 6 months in terms of the global economy, how do you see like property prices in America going? Like
crashes, because again now when that crashes, it's gonna be you heard of the buyouts?
The buyouts, no.
When
they bought out in 2008.
Yeah, it's gonna be like what's it about? What's the different word? When
like a rescue package.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
So the other was gonna be now. What's gonna happen is gonna be a buy-in, which means the bank's gonna go back into your account to take your money, because it's signed. You've signed a paper that says if in case of something happen, the bank have rights to control your accounts. You've signed up. There's a fine print.
So this is what you're actually saying then. Yeah. But you've not said it on this podcast. But what you're actually saying is that this time
when that crash is there, banks have nowhere to cash money until they go to your accounts.
They'll go grab your cash.
And again, there's no cash. They're gonna switch that into CBDs.
And then
switch the whole thing.
And do you think that's when they switch on the Ripple network?
Yeah. Other networks, but yeah, Ripple is one of them.
Yeah.
Because all the banks are ready 2 years ago with the switch.
Yeah. Because I read a detail the other day that Ripple has just been, and as a trial bank, they've across the whole of Japan, the whole network of Japan's banking has been switched over to Ripple. I don't know whether it's true or not.
All the banks have ready. Every bank, Citibank, HSBC, all the banks, internationally, all have it ready.
So you're actually holding physical cash.
Different things, but yeah.
Fucking hell. I just know by the way that you're looking at me that you're being totally fucking serious when you say it as well, because your eyes always tell me. And every time you tell me something like this, it always fucking usually happens. Yeah. That's why I'm so like I'm trying to get some
you want that's all you get from me. I said no more. Yeah. I can't give you more than that.
Let's talk about marriage, right? Yeah. Because
why are we doing that now?
Yeah. Let's go into the marriage topic, right?
Okay.
Because I've recently seen that Pep Guardiola, literally today, the manager of Man City, his wife has decided after 20 years, they've been together, I think they've been married 10 years, but they've been together 20. She's decided that she didn't like the fact that he was concentrating on football, bearing in mind, she knew that was his passion when she dated him, and she was happy to date him all the way through, happy to have children with him, and she knew that from the offset that this was his biggest passion. And she's decided she wants to end their relationship. And as a result of her ending her relationship, she's getting $160 million US, right?
Amazing.
Now, as a man, I'm 36 years old. I because my mum and dad have been married like 45 years. I've seen them have the loving and loyal relationship. I've seen that. I know it's out there. But it does worry me as a younger man. I'm thinking to myself, what's the benefit of me getting married? Because like I'm trying to stack my wealth and trying to move myself forward, like, but I'm leaving myself wide open to getting fucked here. What's your opinion on that?
Give me one name of one female billionaire self-made. None. They're all inherited or divorced. Okay?
Yeah.
Not single. There's maybe one, and that's maybe between all these millions and millions of women around the world. It's not fair, obviously. Again, that's the way the rules of the West is done. Like, take half, which doesn't make sense. Like, why would me as a man work my ass off for the last 15, 20 years and make an empire and make all this business and stuff? And then, like, you feel some kind of way that day, and then, okay, now you think you earned that. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Why should... you do not need to have a contract you don't have to sign a contract to admit that we love and respect and appreciate each other. I would do that anyways. But what do we have to get that old way of behaving, of like sign off half my because of you? And then if you tell them, hey, let's do a prenup, but you don't love me, it's like, what does this guy do with this?
Yeah.
Prenup then. Prenup it. And this part of the world is different.
So how does it work in Dubai? And the Emirates?
Family law here is set up differently. That doesn't happen because in the contract of marriage, there is an agreement about like, I'm going to give you this thing in the beginning. We're going to have this life. And if there's a divorce in case there's nothing or there's a set amount of number.
So what are your views then on taxes?
Why are we starting with that today?
I'll ask it again because we're not starting with it. Oh, because we've already started.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are your views on taxes though?
Are we going taxes again? I have a very strong opinion about that. Because see, I live in this place called Dubai, which means we have very good management skills in this country. So if we compare how much I pay here with the taxes you guys pay, like how much do you pay tax in Australia? 40, 70?
I'd say you got 10% GST, probably about 20. I'd say 35 to 40%, probably about 40%. Yeah.
Okay. That's income tax from your income.
From the income of the business. Yeah. About 40%. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say if you added it up, you probably more than 40%. But if I was based,
so that's basically 5 months of the year you're working for free.
I think that's the UK, Australia, all the Western countries.
Again, this is 5 months of the year you working your ass off for free. And what are you getting with that? Are you safe there? No. Healthcare is not bad, but you still have to wait.
I'd say you're safe. I wouldn't say you're safe in the UK. I'd say you're safe in Australia.
Okay, let's do UK. Okay, so are you, when you want to do your dentist, you can go today or you have to wait 3-4 months?
I would have private dentistry anyway, so I could probably get in there within 2 or 3 days. Okay. But here I could get in there the same day.
Same day, okay, good. Education is amazing.
I wouldn't say the education was bad when I was growing up, but now with the whole LGBTQ,
I
wouldn't be putting my child in a school with LGBTQ and being taught by that narrative.
That's it, okay. Schools, okay. If you pay schools here, much better. Again, if you take away the 40%, okay, this is how much is 40%, and then I see how much I spend over here is way less. And again, because I've been a lot of times in Europe and in America, the energy you're wasting on your security and your safety and the confrontation you're doing all the time with people, that doesn't exist anymore here. It's not here anymore. So you're actually more relaxed. You don't have to worry about where's my gun, am I loaded, is it my car? You don't have to worry about that. Like I was in Las Vegas last time 4 years ago, and my friend was in the car in front of me in the middle of the strip, somebody came in with a gun in his head, give me a Rolex. In the middle of the strip, daylight. By the time we got out of the car to try to help him, it was gone. So again, like, I don't understand that. That's my point about that. Yes, we have zero income tax. We have 9% corporate tax, but corporate tax, that's new profits and so on and so on. So you're making money.
But thing is, Dubai started as tax-free, right? And I don't believe, obviously we now know Dubai isn't tax-free because they brought in the corporate tax. But Dubai is not tax-free anyway because it's expensive in a lot of ways to live here, and that's kind of a tax. Plus, every time you drive down the street, if you've got a car, they tax you because they give you a speeding ticket for something. Or there's lots of what I call we can talk about all the good things about Dubai, but we've got to talk about all the stealth things where they're always trying to nick a bit of cash out of you. And there's lots of those here. There's lots of stealth taxes here.
They call it fees.
There's lots of fees in Dubai. I think lots of fees that when you add it all up, it's like paying tax anyway. It's less.
I say that, let's say you're making 100,000 there, 100,000 here. Take the 40, put the 40, and see how much you spend on that and this. It's way better.
It's way better than tax. I understand that.
Yeah.
But there are.
But if you compare, let's say you're paying $2,000 in rent here, what do you get for the same amount of here?
But here's the kicker though, right? They brought in the tax, the corporate tax. When someone goes from being tax-free, which is when I started, it was tax-free, and now they brought in a tax, which they told me they weren't going to bring in a tax. So now they brought in a tax on us all. And you go, don't worry, it's only 10%. Okay, cool. But if they've told me that it's tax-free and then they've brought in a tax 10%, how many more taxes are they going to bring? So there's going to be more taxes coming down the track in Dubai, isn't there?
No, we have no idea. Who knows? But so far, nothing.
Yeah, but surely, how much further taxed in Dubai do we allow it to go before it becomes a bad deal?
Because again, they understand. Again, if we know one thing about the country and leaders, they're not stupid. They're very smart and they're very savvy. They won't do anything that jeopardize the existence of why this becomes an attractive space.
But why have they brought in a 10% tax then?
9% tax. Focus. Facts. And that's corporate tax, which means if you understand, that's only from the profits that you have. So again, you have to be profitable to a specific amount of money to get that.
But why do they need 9% off us?
You're still making money.
Yeah, but why
should we make money here?
No, but
now you're central in the world. You have a safer life, a better lifestyle. You're safer. You have all the amenities you can say.
No. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Okay,
let's be real. You're the Emirati.
Yes.
I'm the Englishman that came from Australia because I was getting taxed out of my ass, right?
There you go.
Okay, cool. You say to me as the Emirati, hey, Frankie, come here. Bring your business here. It's tax free. I go, okay, Ahmed, cool. I'll come here. I move here. And then you go, oh, by the way, 1.5 years down the track, we're going to hit you with 9%. I'm like, well, why are you moving the goalpost for?
Go back to Gold Coast.
No.
Go back then.
No, but what I'm saying is, I was missold, wasn't I?
Okay.
I was missold because it's not tax free, is it?
Sue me. Exactly. Go back then. Then go back then. It is still better than your 45%.
Of course it is.
You're still making 30% more.
No, my question was, let's go back. The question was, at what point does it if they keep increasing the tax rate, at what point does it become a bad deal? Now, bearing in mind, let's be real, right? In Australia,
what's the VAT in Australia?
10%.
Okay.
GST, right? But let's keep it and 20% in the UK. UK is completely toasted. It's gone, 20%. Finished. UK's gone off the radar. But let's bring it back in because I want to work with me on this, right? So, what have we got in Australia? When I live in Australia, I live in a beautiful location. Yes, it's further away from the world than Dubai, but it's a beautiful location. I can live there 12 months a year because we don't have obnoxious heat the same way that Dubai does.
Yeah.
Which writes off if you're a light-skinned guy like me or from a Western nation, believe me, you won't want to live in Dubai for 6 months a year. Right?
I did the whole summer this year in Dubai. I didn't die.
No,
I did the whole summer this year.
No, but you are more used to it than the average person from Australia or the UK.
Is it now?
Huh?
So, is it supposed to be chameleon with the weather? It's still hot.
No.
Yeah, but you have indoor everything. You have indoor malls, ACs everywhere. Everything's AC. The malls, the shops, the house, everywhere is AC. So much we can complain about.
No, but
we don't walk in the streets in summer.
At what point
Unless
do you
you're
believe
a crazy white man like you? But that's different.
But at what point I know what point it does for me, but at what point do you think tax-wise it becomes a bit of a mismatch in terms of a bad deal in terms of Dubai?
Again, as long as there's no income tax, personal income, I think we're good. Corporate is corporate.
What happens if tomorrow Sheikh Mohammed wakes up and he goes, "Do you know what? I'm going to put a 10% income tax on."
Doesn't happen.
But if he
doesn't happen.
No, because you didn't think corporate tax was going to happen.
No, that's what we know about. That I knew about 10 years ago.
Why didn't you tell me about it then?
You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me. You should ask me.
You didn't fucking tell me, did you?
Well, you didn't ask me.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
You're saying.
What was I saying? I forgot.
You're saying income tax wouldn't happen, and you knew about corporate tax 10 years ago.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, but what,
and again, you still make
how do you know that more tax won't come down the track though?
We don't know, but so far nothing happened, so it's fine. And when it happens, we deal with it when it happens. But again, what's the alternative for you? Go back to Australia and pay 40%?
No. The alternative.
What's the alternative for you?
The alternative is you can set.
You can about all day, and then what happens?
You could. The alternative is quite simple. You can set up in zero
free zone.
You can set up. There's two alternatives. I'll give you two alternative structures. Okay. You can have. You can set up an entity in Dubai and not not have it as a trade entity, just have it as a controlling entity and have that own a Wyoming company and then run it through an LLC and run the LLC tax free, pay yourself personally in Dubai or wherever.
Dividends, wherever.
And do it that way. And this is not tax or financial advice. Or you could perhaps put yourself
tax evasion, by the way.
That's not tax evasion. That's not tax evasion. That's structuring.
It's okay.
Or you could position yourself in a different jurisdiction that's zero tax, maybe in the Caribbean somewhere, and have that as a controlled entity of an LLC. The other problem that I've seen in Dubai, from my personal opinion, is, and Daniel Priestley raised this to me, he said, nobody's buying Dubai companies at scale the same way that they're buying limited companies, PTY limited companies, and LLCs in America. So what would you say to that?
Because you have more VCs in America. And there's money moving in America different than here. You have more VCs there moving the money back and forth and spreadsheets, and then the companies are being merged under one umbrella. We have a lot of unicorns coming out of this part of the world. A lot of new IT companies going. But again, for example, have you seen the move that happened last year when they've merged Miraz and Nakhil? Yeah, you saw it? Nakhil, you know Nakhil,
yeah,
right?
Nakhil Mall.
Nakhil as the whole palm and so on, and Miraz have merged under Dubai Holding. You've seen it, right? You know why?
Why?
Think about what's the purpose behind that. Think about for 1 second.
They're building a conglomerate.
Why?
So they can roll it up on the stock exchange.
Amazing. I said, so they are creating a bigger asset conglomerate. They want to do a $1 trillion company, $1 trillion company. When you are a $1 trillion company, you go IPO, any bank and anybody will come and fund you.
Right, okay. That's a $1 trillion company. I understand it. Let's bring it back a notch, right?
Yeah.
The average person from the UK right now and from Australia, they're doing a couple of $1 million. They bring their business here. They set up a free zone company.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is their PTYT Limited currently and their limited company in the UK, because of the way they're structured, they're easily acquirable businesses. And what people don't understand is when you bring it to a free zone and park it in the UAE, it's a less desirable and acquirable company than it is as a PTYT Limited or a limited company. And that's a fact.
But the company becomes viable from the cash flow it have. What's the revenue you have, what's the asset you have. Because again, a company becomes valuable of like how much money is making every year, how much assets they have, and what's the brand recognition for it.
Yes, but
like
if you say to an acquirer, hey, I've got this company in Australia that's doing this PTYT Limited that's doing 5 million. I've got this free zone company doing 5 million, and I've got this limited company doing 5 million. Because of the procedures and processes and accountancy that has to be in place in Australia and the UK, those companies are more desirable to be purchased than the free zone company, where the buyers perhaps previously lived in a grey zone. And the reason why they brought the tax in is they brought the tax in because otherwise they would still be on the grey list in terms of the monetary system, and that's why they brought in the taxes.
Maybe that's why.
But I'm saying that's the only thing that I didn't understand when I came to Dubai that I wanted to talk to you about. It's because it's when you move a business here, it's not as acquirable and not as desirable to be acquired as other jurisdictions. And what I'm saying is, for some businesses and some people in the UK and Australia and other places apart that aren't in the UAE, it's actually better to leave your structure you might physically want to move here, but it's better to leave your structure.
Why did I get like 5 offers last month on my business?
But look at the size of your business.
That's the whole thing. So again, acquirability becomes of what size you are and what you're bringing. Because again, I had like 5 offers last month from different countries around the world. Hey, we would like to either partner with you or buy the company.
I understand it at certain levels of acquisition.
Yes,
but
again, you only acquire specific sizes. Companies will acquire because they know they can add value, or you become a problem.
But just to be completely clear, what I'm saying is, because of the environments, because of the size of the countries, limited companies, PTY companies, Canadian companies, and LLCs in America are more.
I can bring my business advisors. She can answer you, and she will give you
more desirable to be acquired.
Head back on that. Yeah.
No. I like to play a little bit of tennis with you on these podcasts, where we have a little bit of back and forth.
Because she knows better about these things than me.
But I just think you're more acquirable because of your size. But I want people to when they talk about Dubai, I want them to know the positives and the negatives of it as well. Like I want to be real. Like because I have lived in this region on and off for 3 years now, so I do know a bit more than the average person.
You've never stayed more than 6 months.
But you know why?
Heat.
Because I can't deal with the heat.
But that's the whole thing. Like again, you need to see you gotta live the whole cycle. That's because again, you don't understand the place unless you do. I did last summer.
I don't mind heaven, but I don't want to live in hell.
It's not hell. It's like, I know it's hot, but again, you make it sound like it's like it's death. It's not.
It is death.
Listen, there is malls everywhere.
Yeah, but
you can live in a mall.
I don't want to live in a mall. That's the whole point. Why would I work hard to generate online revenue at the way that I generate online to live in a mall?
But again, here's the thing. These 4 months that you think is unbearable for you, travel the fucking world.
Which is what I do. I was in Marbella. I was in Turkey. I was in Australia.
Cool.
Like
such white people places.
White people places. I love how you hit me with a little bit of.
Go down. Why did you go summer? Okay, here's my advice for you. Summer, don't go to Europe. Go south. You see Seychelles? That line? Seychelles line and under. So all the countries from Seychelles to South Africa.
Cape Town.
No, before. Because that's going to be raining.
So where do you go?
Seychelles, Mauritius, Kenya, Zanzibar, Rwanda, Gambia, Angola, Mozambique, Zimbabwe.
Okay. So you're not spending summer in Dubai, are you?
No. No, but summer. I'm telling you, summer. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Don't go north. Go south. So you're gonna get much.
So can you just admit that this place is good for like 6-7 months a year?
If you having a problem with the summer, last summer I didn't here. I didn't leave. I was here all year. Didn't leave at all.
But you didn't enjoy it, did you?
I still survived. I still did everything I want to do.
Survived is not enjoyment.
It's okay. That's where it is.
Yeah. I like to finish this podcast and all of our podcasts with the same question.
Yeah.
If there's one pearl of wisdom, one piece of advice that you could give us all today that will move us all 1% forward in our lives, what would it be?
My motto this year is, if it doesn't make me grow, glow, or flow, I say no.
Grow, glow, or flow?
Say no.
You're so sassy these days.
Thank you very much.
But thank you guys for tuning in, dialing into this podcast. I know a lot of you asked where Ahmed and what he's doing this year.
Doing nothing.
He's doing nothing. In fact, he's doing less and earning more. And I hope you got some value from this episode. And as always, much love.
Guys, I hope you got value from this podcast. And if you did, hit that subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on. But guys, I've got these videos here that will take you to a whole new level as well. So don't sleep on these.